change, and you've just jumped back. You've just come back, strapped on the hummingbird, which I don't think we've actually named. You guys can name it too if you want, if you're keeping it.
Yeah, I think Dalt called it the wasp.
Yeah,
The wasp. You did too. Yes.
Now, I guess, given that it's an airship, right? This hummingbird should be below the gondola. So I'm imagining that you enter it from the lowest deck of the gondola, and it actually hangs below. Oh yeah. Can't hear you though.
Okay.
Oh, there we are.
Things should work. I'm gonna literally need to be holding this microphone up to my face because otherwise it just straight up does not work. So, or it's very quiet. So
it's very rock and roll. Yeah,
looks like stand-up.
That's how the NBA players do now. They don't put it on a desk anymore. They hold it.
That's right.
For some reason.
That's right.
Like they're gonna sing.
That's right.
Or something. Please never let NBA players sing.
Yep.
All right, awesome. Well, let's do recap then, and we'll come back to the hummingbird. Billy, do you want to cover your excellent recap real quick?
Okay. So if it comes to our the events lately, Dalt stole my 2 cannons. I have okay. Let's start from the beginning. So we came back to our port. I took the ship that I had, i.e. the Fallen Crown, and I exchanged it for a gull that was more nimble, more maneuverable. And basically, I named it the Viper Princess for a good reason, which others will learn eventually. And I've basically had this, making this exchange while the others were basically getting drunk and spreading the word of our deeds, which, perfectly pirate behavior. So we were doing that, and then Dalt decided that he was going to steal my stuff.
What?
We walked out of the bar to see Dalt stealing my stuff. The Rainsborough was fine with reimbursing me, but I let him keep one of the cannons. I'll have to buy it up back. Out of other important things, well, so Rainsborough got a lead on a treasure, and it was a trap, and Captain Santigan was in his Raven was leading the pursuit. We managed to flee them, and also we captured their hummingbird, which they used to harass us. So I would say it was definitely a victory. I blew a kiss to Santigan because we used to be friends. It was definitely an enjoyable little bit of an engagement. That's where we left off, I think. We returned to our port. That's where we left off.
Excellent. Great summary. Okay, so we'll just finish talking about the wasp. So you can, the hummingbird, you can bring it in close because it's, I don't know, like a little spoon it in underneath the other balloon, so you can load it on any deck. That's fine. You can also put it on top of the balloon because remember it's lighter than air, so it's not going to push your balloon down. So very, very flexible options in terms of connecting the hummingbird and keeping it going. So I assume you wouldn't have deflated it. You strapped it on and just carried on.
Yeah. I quite like the idea of having it underneath to drop away. But what do you think? What do you think?
Do that as well, yeah.
However.
Yeah. Okay, so you go down to the bottom deck, and there's a hatch that goes down, like it's become a smaller, additional lower deck. So you open a hatch and you go down, and then you're in the Hummingbird.
Sounds great.
Cool.
So, right, let's take some incidents as you're in the business of fleeing right now, and so on the Viper Princess, Joshua, so you've arranged things, you've flown back to the Princess, and you're in the process of getting away.
Yep.
And Joshua comes rushing up to you, and he's head up. Something has made him. He's very agitated. His face is flushed,
Okay.
and he's going, "You gotta talk to my aunt." Like poking.
Oh.
You gotta talk to my aunt.
Very well.
So she thinks she can stay here now, but you guys are fighting Hexspire. This is crazy. Hexspire will hang everyone on the ship. Even her fame will not let her escape. You've got to get her to come off. She doesn't want to leave the ship.
I will say, we're in it together, aren't we? I will put my hand on his shoulder. I will say, look, Joshua, if I thought that I was putting Isabella in danger, then I would not have taken her with me, right? I will do my best, and I will want your help to ensure that she's safe and sound. Of course, we're picking up a big fight. That's true. That's always true with pirates. There's always a degree of danger, a degree of chaos to our lives. That's just what being a pirate is. But I'll tell you this: like, I'm more careful than Rainsborough and what's the other captain? I'll just say, yeah, Richard. That's right, Richard. I will say I'm more careful than Rainsborough and Richard. And it's partly because I don't have the typical disregard for the lives of me or my men as a pirate does, right? I'm more a witch than just the pirate. And if I will do my best to ensure that nobody on the ship is put in any more danger than is absolutely necessary. And more so, doubly so for Isabel, right? If she chooses to leave this ship and go away somewhere safer, then yeah, but ultimately I leave this choice to her. If she wants to be in the middle of danger, she trusts me to keep her safe, then I can go against her, can I?
Okay, so he goes. He's calmer after you talk to him, but he's still upset. He's going, yeah, that's the problem. She's clearly getting feelings for you. It's affecting her judgment. It's time for her to be off this ship, but she can't see it.
I will say, I'll talk to her and see where we're standing. But if you feel that it would make her safer, I will teach her how to defend herself as best as I can. I'm setting up a bit of a trading group, and I may make her part of it, and may make you as well part of it, because I want to select a group of individuals that are going to be to really kind of hold themselves together for the days to come. Would you like to join us? Would you like to be one of them? Do you want to be all in with me and my crew, or are you kind of like just taking a trip?
He goes, well, I need to look.
I kind of look at him to I kind of judge him, but not like in a bad way. I'm sort of like I'm examining him. I'm looking into his eyes, but I'm also like I'm not being harsh. I'm just saying like do you want to go all in, or maybe you just it would be better for you to just like to leave yourself. Like maybe Isabella is gonna be perfectly fine, but I would rather that you stayed with us and help her out and me out.
He said, I'd never leave my aunt. I'm here to help her and protect her. But he's clearly not buying into it. But he's got a lot of emotions going on. So
Yeah.
he kind of like slaps you on the shoulder and said, you talk to her.
Okay.
Talk some
I'm
sense
going
into her.
to-
And he's like, that's like his bravado. He's like, he's trying to ignore the fact that she might stay because he's worried about her. But he's trying to.
I'm going to. Okay, I will say. Okay, I will present the situation to her as best as I can. And all right, you in the meantime, we just got away from a rather dangerous situation. Just catch a drink. I'm gonna pick up my pocket flask. I'm gonna hand it to him. I'm gonna say, catch yourself a drink. This is top quality shit. Just calm down a little bit, and it'll be better. Now
Okay.
I'll go to talk to Isabella.
Yeah, we can do that later because you're probably doing lots of things now, and we'll just jump to the other ship. Because at Dalt, you come back on off the Hummingbird, climbing up through the hole, and there's like cheering, and the crew are patting you on the back. The tower hands, you come through the gun deck, and the tower hands are all there, like slapping you on the back, saying it was amazing. They're super impressed. And yeah, you climb up onto the main deck, and so Nedwood grabs you and gives you a big bear hug, like he's grinning from ear to ear and just like crushing you with his giant frame. And everyone's patting you on the back, and everything seems really good. Captain, you're watching this, and you happen to be standing behind a couple of Nedwood's guys, and one of them turns to the other and goes, "That Dalt ain't too bad. Maybe we shouldn't fling him off." And the other one goes, yeah, he's all right. But we got to find something to give Nedwood his due respect.
Oh, does that sound like a sacrifice they're planning? Or
No. They're looking to ensure Nedwood is appropriately recognized on this ship.
okay, yeah. Well, I'm going to put one hand on one shoulder and one hand on the other.
Yeah,
and kind of
they'll be like, what?
Push myself between them on my way to see Dalt, and I'll say, your boss, Nedwood, he's a good fella. We're all brothers on this ship. There's no need for any of that. And or brothers and sisters, I say.
Yeah.
There's no need for any of that. And I I dismiss it. That's gone. That's not going to be a problem anymore. And I'm going to go and bask in some of this glory, right? Because it's me that keeps Dalt around. So I'm very happy. This is all good, right?
This is the due respect for you for being smart enough to keep you around.
Well, exactly. Yeah. I mean, and even if that's not true, that's how Rainsborough's reading it. Right? So I'll go and I'll go and press the flesh and shake Dalt's hand. And I'll lean in close, right up to the side of him and say, just don't get yourself killed.
Well,
just don't get yourself killed.
How is that any fun?
I'm gonna lean in again, right, right next to him. So listen, this lot elected me captain, and that's an order. Just don't get yourself killed. And I know I can't give those kind of orders, right? But it's meant to be concern, and it's just like, look after yourself for goodness sake, right?
Well, and as someone is filling his cup, he'll give you a great bow, like full bow, without spilling a drop, and say, "Well, here's to hoping I don't let you down." Takes a big swig.
Excellent. Okay, so let's cut back to the Viper Princess for a minute. So are you heading off to see Isabel now, or are you waiting till a bit later?
Why would I wait? Is there a reason for us to wait?
Oh no, just you're in the middle of pursuit, and you might want to be on the deck instead of in the cabin. No particular reason.
Is there? I will say that like I will tell somebody like reasonable to basically like run over to me the moment something's like bad happens, like if the enemy like shows up or something like that, just run over to me, like no matter what I'm doing, I'll be okay.
Yeah, no problem. So that
so I can take charge.
Mm-hmm. Are you putting Felicity in charge? You turn to Felicity and say that?
I feel like Letty is the better person in charge.
Oh, Letty's very much, this is my gun deck. I am the captain of the gun deck. The other things are the responsibility of the captain. So she doesn't really come off the gun deck.
I'll have Felicity do this then. Yep.
Okay, she's nodding to you, whatever. Yeah, you see Ballycourt giving you a dark look. Clearly he thinks that he's the more responsible person.
I will like lean over to her, whisper to her, like, I'll take care of him. Don't say any more. Just leave it. Yeah.
Okay. She sees some relief on her face. Okay.
Yeah, but like I'll mark for her, like don't talk about it.
She understands. Yeah. So you're walking over towards the cabin, and you see Harriman is out of the engineering hold, out of the bit where all the machines clank and brass knobs are turned and all that. He's on deck talking to one of Ballycourt's guys, and he seems quite agitated, and he's pointing like around and.
I'll say, Harriman, you all right?
He goes, Hexspire? We're fighting Hexspire? This is madness.
I'll say, look, it's all right. They didn't see you. They don't know you're here. So
he seems slightly mollified, and I'm
gonna pat him on the back, and I'll proceed to Isabel's quarters.
Okay. Meanwhile, over on the Revenge, so you've taken the accolades, Dalt, and Fell comes up and is playing that tune on her guitar that you guys wrote the other day, and everyone's kind of cheering and whatever. And there's kind of a knot of people there. They're not crowding around you now. It's a little bit quiet where you are. It's just the deck is spreading around a bit, and people are playing, and they're getting back to their jobs. But Chris comes up to you, and she's got tears in her eyes, and she slaps you right across the face.
Loud enough to be heard.
You hear it, Captain, and you see it.
I imagine there's a bit of laughter, right? I imagine there's a bit of laughter.
Yeah. And she's going, what do you think? Yeah, go ahead.
I would say I'm not sure did I deserve that?
She looks at you pointedly and says, do you even know what happens to us if you die? And you clearly think she's talking about the ship. Like she is calling you out. Because you remember she's been watching with the ship and watching what Lily was doing with it, and she is clearly cottoned on to something that's going on.
That's right.
And
actually, does she know his connection to the ship?
Yeah,
she seems to, from what she's slapped. Yeah, remember she's quite observant. I've noticed that a few times. So. Yeah, she's really she's not agitated about it. She's in tears. Like, do you even know what would happen to us if you died?
And I sit there thinking, take a sip, and it's like, no, what?
She goes, exactly, and starts walking away.
And I would follow her, and I'd be like, no, wait, what? What would happen? Wait, so if I died, you think the ship would die?
She goes, do we know this? There's a chance, right?
when you just smacked me, did you hurt the ship?
She goes, "You're a rigger. You can feel through your boots what's happening."
And I said, okay, fair. And I know Chris is never wrong. I'm like, if only this was Fel, I could disbelieve her.
Well, she hadn't been wrong yet.
Like, I mean, should I stop being a rigger? Should I stay on deck?
She goes, "There's risks and there's risk, Dalt."
That's true. And I would pull her aside, right? Like, and say, I gotta say, that wasn't all me. The ship really wanted that balloon.
She goes, "Uh-huh." And that doesn't cheer her up, but it changes her attitude. She goes, "Uh-huh." Like,
and
interesting.
I'm not exactly sure what it means either. So yeah, I don't know. But don't tell anyone, because we don't need anyone worrying too much.
No. She points at the host of pirates on the deck and goes, "A superstitious lot, aren't we?" Like, yes, she's agreeing. She's not talking to anyone else about this. Like, of course, she'll talk to Fel because they're great close friends. But
totally. Yeah, no secrets in the rigs, right?
No,
riggers have no secrets.
All right. Meanwhile, back in the cabin, you come into the cabin. Isabel is sketching up a multi-ship painting. She's halfway through the painting of your attack on the Fallen Crown, which she's tentatively titled "The Fall of the Fallen Crown," and she's now working on a multi-ship chase scene. Canvas. She's too many ideas. So she's deep in the scribbling and she's testing colours and all that sort of stuff. But she's really.
I say it's coming up real nice, isn't it?
She goes, yeah. There's so much inspiration here, and you're like talking to her. She goes like, she doesn't want to be rude, so she puts the papers down, but she's like glancing at them like, this will be a short conversation on her behalf. She will get back to drawing. Because she can't do nothing, so she picks up the brush and keeps doing the detail on the wall while she's talking to you. That's a mindless job for her. So
I'm going to sit down, say so. Your cousin has been. It's her cousin, right?
Nephew. He's younger than her.
Nephew. That's right. Nephew, I say, your nephew has been a little bit worried about you.
Oh, he always worries.
I'll say, we're going up. Who we're going up against this time, right?
Yes.
Say,
hang on 1 second, because there's something she would definitely say at this point, and I want to get it right. Oh yes, she says, "I'll need more blue and purple, which are the colors of Hexspire."
Okay, I would say, right. So, that's it. It's a bit of an important thing. Up until now, we've been going up against, all the pirates or trade ships and stuff like that, but Hexspire is not just going to let us go. Are you sure that that's what you want to do?
She's like, well, I mean, you're here to protect me, and I've got Joshua. I'm not worried. You guys will know what you're doing. She goes, it is slightly unstable here, though. I really would like to punch out the Fall of the Fallen Crown quickly and get on to this next one. So maybe if we stay still somewhere for a couple of days, I could knock these out. That would be really good. But apart from that, I think everything's fine.
I'll say, well, look, there's definitely a lot of danger that we're kind of getting ourselves into. And Hexspire kind of doesn't let off, right? It's a bit of a life and death situation. Now, me and Joshua and all of my crew are going to do our best to ensure that you're safe. But it's like, this is a lot of involvement, and it may not be a route that will be easy to go back from. And I kind of look. I want to look her in the eye. I want her to kind of focus as she gives me the answer, and I say, maybe I'll take her hand even. And I'll say, will you come with me to do this? It's not just piracy. I'm going into a conflict with the Hexspire. One that I will not relent easily on.
Yeah, she says, I will always support your dreams. And she's looking at you in a way that's much more than, she's definitely got feelings for you. And she will not go off the ship unless you suggest it, for sure.
Okay. I will tell her that, like, okay, so if she says that she'll go with me, then I will say, okay, this is definitely going to be through thin and thick, and it's definitely going to be a very neither of us will be able to go back on this once we take the first step. We sort of took it already. I didn't expect Hexspire men to be here waiting for us, but this is the first step on a very long road. And yeah, I would like to have you with me here.
Mm-hmm. She goes, this is where I want to be. And she stops painting for a second and looks at you.
All right, I'm going to kiss her, and I think we can cut the scene here.
Fantastic. Right. So, you sail through the night, and about 3 o'clock in the morning, you start coming. Where are you going? Are you going to Hag's Knife? I just assumed that. You don't have to be. What's your plan?
So I think Rainsborough has settled on the haphazard Harlequin as a quick stopover. Probably to take on some crew and then to spread the word of what we're doing next. But during that night, I will try and have a meeting with Richer, Lily, if she can come over to the Revenge, and with Dalt, who is in on everything really. And that's when I will lay out the scenario for revenge for having been caught, and revenge on what's his name, Santigan, Captain Santigan.
Santigan, yeah, that's right.
Santigan, yeah. And so I'll lay out this plan with normal Rainsborough-like enthusiasm for this plan, which relies upon all of these contingencies, being met, and charts, where I've worked on, where this will take place, which I think, what did we decide, Whitebread? What was the option? Down towards.
Yeah, 4 days by ferry to the east is Last Drinks, which is a tower, a windmill, which is that's the last stop on the ferry line. So it's a rough place. They load the passengers there under swivel gun, because the further you go down the world spine, knife-like mountains that go into the east, the more you're in a range of cannibals and ravagers and traders and all sorts of.
So somewhere down there, I'd like to establish that there is this, facility where we can hide guns. So I want to pop.
Last drink.
So I want to go. Yeah. So I want to go from the haphazard Harlequin to the scrap yards. Is it called the scrap yards?
It's the place north of the neck. The
scavenger yards.
The narrows. Yeah, scavenging fields.
The scavenging fields. Where we take on board, hopefully a technician if we don't find one at the haphazard Harlequin, and the biggest capacitor we can lay our hands on, unless we think the windmill will work for that, and old lightning guns that only need to have one volley left in them when they're charged to maximum power. And then I'll explain this notion that we seed the story that the flotilla is breaking up, that the Echo and the Viper Princess are going to be refitted, and Rainsborough's Revenge is going to lay low for a while because of pursuit. I've got a notion that if I tell the story to Amber, it will reach Hexspire spies very quickly. And then we wait, having set up the new lightning guns hidden, and the Echo and the Viper Princess hidden, and then when Santagon comes with his two gulls and his raven, we destroy him.
So this is an important little bit here as we will hit the port soon. So I don't have a dedicated quartermaster and Balicourt's crew who are they're full on pirates. I've examined them, and insofar as I understand, your quartermaster Rainsborough should be able to whip them to shape if you want them, but I cannot keep them on my ship. I was considering just basically like letting them go, hire some more organized men, and just have using them to spread the message we have been intending to spread. But
so
go on.
You don't trust them.
I think that they're definitely flakes. I think that if you're either your or Richter's quartermaster, I think they can be whipped into shape because they're not bad at fighting. It's just that I don't fully trust them. Yeah, and they have been like harassing my crew, so I need them off my ship. Harassing.
What's this man's name, Lily?
Balicourt. Yep.
Balicourt.
So I have two options. Either I'm gonna just let them go, or I can give them over to you, and you can see if you can whip them into shape if you want to. But like it's up to you.
Yeah, I'll talk to him. Send him over.
Okay.
Maybe Dalt and I will have a word.
Very well. I'm gonna send him over.
Okay. So you can ferry them in the Hummingbird now if you want, or you can just wait till you dock.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's talk to them now.
Yep.
Okay, so it takes 2 trips. So the crew of the Hummingbird, I imagine, are in the brig.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And so, Dalt, are you flying the Wasp? Across?
Maybe I could, but someone else could do it. I don't have to.
Yeah. Phil and Chris could jump on with you. You guys would be able to handle it.
Yeah, okay.
So you bring them across
for a spin on the new boat. It's fun.
Nice. Okay.
Have we offered the Hummingbird crew? Have we offered the Hummingbird crew the contract, the articles of piracy?
Not yet. No. There was a lot going on in the escape, so I think you just put them in the brig. I remember they were They only turned nice. The gunners only turned nice right at the end. They were very. They were trying to cut the ropes free and be very.
Yeah.
Okay, so you duck across and before you go, right? So you're still in the council, yeah. And Richard goes, "This is a bad business. This is a bad business." And he tells you this story. He saw a Hexspire sailor once when he was in the Dead Man's Fingers, buying something at a shop, and he was angry that the child overcharged him, and so he fired a gas gun through the child's head, and the captain, so one of the officers of the ship that this guy was from, saw it, laughed, and patted him on the back. He says, "These are not people that we can trust or we can play fairly with. They will do anything to get what they want."
Well, you mean you're not in favour of the ambush plan, Richard, my friend?
He says, you, sir, are a genius, and I will always follow your plan. But I'm quite nervous about where this goes after that. If we take down 3 of their ships, they will put a lot more pressure on us. We'll be public enemy number 1 in Hexspire.
They can only hang us once, Richard.
He genuinely laughs at that, yeah, and he slaps you on the back. So he's, as always, he's all in.
Yeah, I'll embrace him, and for the second time since the start of action, I'll whisper in someone's ear, and I'll say to him, "You have no family ashore, do you, Richard? You've got no one wanting you at home."
He says, "They're cared for."
Okay, we'll be fine.
Okay. So you're heading across to the Viper Princess, and of course Lily's probably already there. And you come across, and so you're grabbing Bellecourt. What do you say to him?
Who is Bellecourt again?
So he's Bellecourt founders. I think they came off the Swan, the Fallen Crown. And yeah, the Fallen Crown, and there's sailors from a number of quasi-legitimate backgrounds and have some pirate experience. They love to drink, and Bellecourt, who's kind of an ambitious gambler, is their leader. And there's 7 of them. They're used to scrapes, but they're not murderers, but they're thieves and nigglers and those kind of people.
I probably wouldn't say much. I'd be like, Bellecourt, Captain would like a word and possibly a drink.
He goes, okay. A bit like he's looking at you, trying to wonder why. If you don't say anything, he goes, why?
It's like, just followed orders, man. I don't know.
All right. Okay. So he grabs, you have to take him in 2 trips. So you drop the Bellecourt and then a few of the ones off. Captain, are you waiting for Dalt to get back with the rest before you talk to Bellecourt? Yep. Okay. All right.
I'm waiting for Dalt. I'm waiting for Dalt to get. I shall have all the bounders other than Bellecourt given. I'll ask for them to be given a round of grog and be welcomed in the company below decks on the Revenge for now. Because I only want to talk to Bellecourt really.
Okay, so Ned was like, "Come on, lads, let's give him a warm welcome." Like he's a very genuine, happy, engaged person, and like, yeah, they're all going, yeah. And then you see one of the guys about going, like more losers on the ship. Like that's what we need. We need more Hamid. Because remember, these guys are stone cold killers. Like they will. They want to boarding and killing people is their dream. Yeah, Ned Wood's men.
Yeah.
And Nedwood
So,
too. But he's very friendly to his friends.
Nedwood, can I
Yes. What is the
can
captain?
I ask you to come to the chart room? We're gonna have a drink and a chat. Mr. Dalt will be there, and Balacourt's gonna join us.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So with that, the guy who was like making a side comment is like, "That's good, Captain, respecting our leader." You didn't say anything, but he gives a And they all go off to meet Balacourt's guys, and they start thingoing. So Balacourt and Nedwood come in to the cabin. Yep.
Mr. Dalt back yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Dalt's here too. Yep. So the four of you.
Okay. So I'm gonna.
So Balacourt goes.
Balacourt.
I see.
Yeah.
Yep, go ahead.
I just wanted to make sure Balacourt's not been a pirate for long, right? And Balacourt's bounders aren't they're just like chancers who've sailed on a merchantman. Yeah.
Correct, but
they've taken the court. They've taken our.
Yeah, they'll have been the sort of guys who have broken into houses and stuff like that before. They're kind of dodgy guys. Yeah.
They've taken our coin though, right? I mean, they took a share from the job, and they'll take a share from this job. So I think as far as Rainsborough's concerned, they've signed the articles, right? They're on board. So I'm going to say before anything else, I'm going to say, Nedwood, the Revenge needs a first officer. Are you up for the job?
No, when you're saying it, he goes, "Oh," and he looked around at Balacourt as though you're going to give him the job, and then Ned was like, "Oh, yeah, yes, I'll do it." Sure,
okay, we'll have to run it past the ship's council. This is a democracy. But if they'll have you, I think you're the man for the job.
He goes, "Oh, yes, Captain, I'm up for it."
Now, Balacourt, the witch won't have you on the Viper Princess any longer.
He goes, "What? Why not? We're running that ship. We're doing everything." They're slightly lazy.
Yeah, it's
slightly less work.
It's got something to do with the fact that you lead a gang of cut purses, housebreakers, and pimps.
Because that was like the pimping thing. That was just a short-term gig. We're a bit low on money.
I'll say.
He didn't mind any of the other things you said to him.
I said, Rainsborough says, I'll have you on board the Revenge, but we don't steal from our own. We look after one another. We have one another's backs. If there's anyone steps out, well, no, I mean, I'm hoping Dalt will back me up, right? We have one another's backs. If you step out of line, then my new first officer and Mr. Dalt will be the ones that you explain yourself to, and the same is true of every one of your cut purses, housebreakers, and pimps.
He gulps a deep gulp and looks at Nedwood, who is a towering giant of a man. And Nedwood goes, "I am down with thieving, Captain. I won't hold with such." Like he just with a look of disgust on his face. I won't.
Do you hear that, Balacourt? We're honest men. Piracy is an honest trade. We won't have thieving.
He goes, "Oh no, Captain. We use our skills beyond the ship to help the ship. That's what we're all about. We'd never do that."
What do you think, Mr. Dalt?
And Dalt is he's like fingering a whip that he pulled off the wall. He's like, "Oh, wait, what? Oh, huh?" and he looks at them and gives a wink. It's like, And he puts
Balacourt does another gulp. He's definitely definitely put the fear of him into this. Yeah. So
I shall offer him a hand and say, then with this handshake, you're taking the articles and you'll serve aboard the Rainsborough's Revenge, and you know the consequences if you of your men step out of line. Are we clear?
He goes, yes, Captain. We're crystal clear.
It's all got to go in front of the ship. The whole ship's company, right? Both Ned Wood becoming the first officer,
yep,
and Balacort's bounders joining the ship. But I think Rainsborough's going to ask everyone once we arrive in Hag's Knife what they think.
Yep.
And then I'll send Lily a message, or Lily will come for this, or I'll see Lily in the Haphazard Harlequin or on the Hag's Knife, and I'll say, "There, your problems solved," and I'll take the risk with Balacourt.
Yep, that's good by me. That's why I gave you this option. Glad you took it.
So Ned Wood hangs around after that meeting, and he comes back and he says, "Captain, can you give me some tips on what I should say to the council?"
Well, you tell them this isn't a naval ship, and that we don't work for a gouging merchant. That we're all free men, and we're all free men and women, and a brotherhood and a sisterhood here, and you'll respect that. But there are times when we all need to be in line, and you're the hand that will make people stand in line. How does that sound?
So he goes, so we're not gouging merchants. Like he's struggling to remember all that. That is far too much for him.
Okay, Ned Wood, you just tell him you're a good man and we can trust you.
Oh, I can remember that, Captain. Okay, so the next visit you get, so I don't know, this is a lot. We're going to get on with some more action at Harlequin in a second, but this is good. This is good crew stuff. So Balacourt shows up with one of his men. He's knocking on the door.
Yes, come in.
Okay, so he comes in and he's got the guy and he's like shaking him, and the guy's like, "Oh, what?" And so he takes he puts you remember you've got the gold sealed in a chest, yeah. And this guy, he's got some lockpicks. He's put them on the table, and Balacourt's going, There's nothing. Like, we're all good, Captain. There's no problems here, but we'll let you hold these."
I'll take the lockpicks and I'll take the man's face in my hand in a gentle way, like, just gently, menacingly, but gently, and I'll just say, "We don't steal from our own."
He goes, "Yeah, Balacourt just told me. I of course I wouldn't. It's all good, Captain."
And Dalt takes the whip back off the wall and he says, "Captain, I gotta clean this thing, man. There's still blood all over this whip. I apologize."
Yeah, it's not been used since before this was a pirate ship, right? I guess.
All right, okay. So now we're coming to Hag's Knife. So we rock up to Hag's Knife. So you're parking all three ships at the Harlequin?
I think this is just an overnight stay, right, guys? We're just going to be here overnight and then head on.
Yeah, so it's coming to morning now.
Oh, well, maybe just the day, and then we'll sail at dusk.
Yeah,
because then we can split up in the dark, right?
Right.
We're not
for us to split up in the dark. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to split up far though. It's just for the sake of the story, I think. For the sake of the story we're telling people.
Yep.
Right.
So, right. So yes, you're at the Harlequin. Is the crew coming off the ship?
Yeah, I think so. But it's like, have a couple of pints. Tell people that there's going to be some refitting. Mention some dockyards. And that we're gonna lie low. you can mention that we're being chased, but pretend it's a secret. And I'll tell a few people to mention that, not Nedwood, because he's not the sharpest tool in the box, is he?
He's not. Okay.
So, I think as I'm like waking up, as we're getting close to that, I think I will. I'm probably in Isabel's quarters, and I'll ask.
Is it Isabel's quarters, or is it your quarters, which is the bigger place to put a canvas? The captain's quarters.
That may be my quarters, actually. I don't think there's a difference at this point.
Yep.
So I'm like smoking my pipe, and I'll ask her. So I've been thinking about a particular invention. Please, like, indulge me. This may be silly, but you have knowledge of colors, right? Mm-hmm. I've been considering something, a paint that can change colors according to its surroundings, that can sort of have a chameleon-like effect, that I could paint my own clothing as I fly on the broom, and perhaps even my ship, for I would say for camouflage purposes. Do you think such a thing would be possible?
She says the problem with paint is it has low depth. You would need something with more depth. I think you'd be looking to the fabric for that.
Fabric?
She goes, oh, we could go shopping. We're at Hag's Knife.
We could go shopping. Well, but I would need to cover an entire ship with that. I think I would probably want to start with... Well, yeah. I would want to start with, of course, my clothing, right, as I fly on the broom. But let that kind of stew. If you think that you can buy some things to cook up a prototype, then go ahead. If you need some money, hit me up for that.
She's got plenty of money. She laughs at that. She's quite wealthy.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna say yeah. Feel free to remember to take Joshua with you, right?
Oh yeah.
Hag's Knife is no polite company, let's say.
Yeah, and she can't go yet because the shops aren't open yet. Not all night shops.
That's right.
The fancy one she wants to go to.
Right. I'm going to say that there's some accomplices I will be meeting soon, so I'll be. It will be late at night, but I'll be back soon, hopefully. Yep. Wait for me.
Of course.
Right.
Okay, so you guys disembark, and except for its kind of skeleton crew, everyone's coming into the Harlequin, and you have a few drinks and whatever. There are some people there to meet you, Lily. So this is something we did by the chat prior, and you have got who's come to meet you? Just run through them quickly for the others, so that they see you right there. Like
so we don't meet in a tavern. We have like a secluded room somewhere in like a back corner. It's probably some bar, but like it's a very kind of bar in the slums, something like that. It's very kind of run down.
Oh, the Twisted Eel. Yeah.
I'm like, it's very kind of. I make sure kind of to avoid like any notice. I don't take my huge hat. I take different clothes, that kind of deal. And I will, pay the barkeep for a private room, and I'll sort of tell him the password that people will say, and they can go inside that room. I gather in there, and a number of women file into that room. And it's not what you think, Reese.
Not what it sounds like.
It's not what it sounds like.
Not pimping.
And
Okay. So it's not pimping. Okay. Don't need Balakot.
It's not the no. It's not the pimping.
It's not pimping though.
So Lily is smoking as these women file in, and I'll say, all right. I called you here for a good reason. I have a quality ship now, and I think that this is the right time to make good moves. And it seems to me that we have Rainsborough on our side, and more importantly, the Vengeance with Rainsborough. Not the Vengeance, the Revenge.
Revenge.
That's right. The ship.
So Alice goes, it's time, is it? She says, I'm ready. I've had it with these Hexspire folks. Let's do some. Let's shake it up. And Rose goes, I'm ready. Let's go. Let's do something different. Let's get on the boat and raise hell.
Right. I say I will teach. Maybe some of you, very likely all of you. I want to escalate the amount of brooms that we have, and I want to teach you guys to fly them. I'll teach you means of aerial warfare and that kind of deal. I think we have a very good chance of what we're doing.
So Alice goes, and she turns around to Emma. So you guys don't know all these people yet. Maybe we should run them through real quick. So these are people that Lily has been corresponding with for some years,
right.
And she's set up to meet. She sent a message when she got the Viper Princess to come and join her here. And the cost of bringing these people on board is karma for something bad that's going to happen later on.
They're specialists. Yeah, they're good at what they do, and they're all quite handy. And I needed a lot of specialists, so for sure.
Yeah. So Alice goes, "Oh, good news, Emma, her lover." She turns to Emma, her lover, and she says, "Yeah, Marlowe's came with me to see you. He's at the hotel." Marlowe is the engineer who helped you build your
Marlowe!
first
Oh crap! Okay. Oh right. Yeah, I would like to meet him. Okay. How about okay? I guess I should meet up with him in the morning. He's asleep now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll say, okay, I'll lead you guys back to my ship. You'll get acquainted, and we'll set you up with your roles, and prepare for our dark purpose. I wouldn't call it a dark purpose. Prepare for prepare for war. Damn.
Yeah. Okay, so you come out of this thing, and the barman of the Twisted Eel is standing. He's not over listening to your conversation or anything, but he's standing near the other private room that they have, and he's like, "Oh, come on!" He goes, "It was that blue-hatted bastard." He's turning to talk to someone else, and they're looking into the other room. You don't have. There's two ways out of the bar. You can just walk the short way over there, and you won't see what's in the room, or you could take the long way around and see what they're looking at.
Okay. So I think I'm just going to directly, carefully but directly walk in. I don't want to kind of how should I say? I don't want to kind of spook him and make him break something. That's my logic.
Okay, so you kind of you're talking to the others. It's just like you've just come out of a conversation, which you have, and you're just kind of walking the long way around, but having a conversation and not. Yeah. Okay, so you walk in, and so there's the barkeep there, and the youth that kind of cleans the tables and all that stuff. And they're looking in the room, and there is a person there who has been.
Okay, I had a quick disconnect. Can you repeat that? There's a person who what?
Has been stabbed in the belly and bled out slowly on the floor. And they're like, "What a mess!" You know, like.
Is this? Okay, so we're in the bar. This man, do I recognize him?
He is. It is Driscoll, who is a provider of information, and he gave you information about the fallen crown before your last thing. So he's known to you.
Do I know who stabbed him? Is there any indication of who it was?
The barman said it happened some hours ago, but the barman had just said it's that blue-hatted bastard.
Blue-hatted, does that sound like Sandigan, or does that sound like somebody else we ran into?
Sandigan would not have time to have been here and murdered this guy. Yeah. But a blue hat is a Hexspire hat. That is like a tricorn hat is what they often wear.
Okay, I'm going to go straight to Rainsborough with this and tell him what happened. And I'll ensure that like my employees like make it straight to the ship.
Yep.
So there's a Hexspire officer in town? Or an agent who they...
A lot of people wear their old military uniforms. So it's not uncommon for people to have still be wearing their water crown trousers or jacket or whatever.
I'm gonna let Richard and Dalt know that there's and what happened to this guy who we all knew, I guess, this info broker. We'll just keep our eyes open then, Lily, and if we see anyone wearing their old Hexspire uniform, then maybe we'll have them followed or follow them ourselves, see what they're up to.
If you want, I can look into this, but our time is not infinite.
Yeah, no, let's just make sure everyone gets the word of where we want them to think we're going, and then we'll get out of this place, I think, because, Santiago might turn up, right? In a few hours, and we want to be gone.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think before we set off, I would maybe like to do some quick recruitment. I essentially want to reinforce Letty's squad, and hire enough general sailor fighters who can do some combat basically and some helping around with other stuff around here.
It's the wrong hour for recruitment. Only the hardened drinkers are here now. The sousers, the ones who can't handle liquor, the people you probably don't want. But yes, early in the morning. Meanwhile, did you want to go and see Amber?
Yes, but does Brian want Dalt to do anything? Have you got some packages?
Yeah, you each of the captains will find a package in their room.
Okay. So I think you're probably when next we see Rainsborough, he's going to meet Amber and he's got an unopened package under his arm that he's just brought with him.
All right. And are you going alone to see Amber?
Well, yeah, because it'll be fine, right?
Sure. Okay, so Amber's shop / residence is in the fancier part, the part that Isabel will be coming to shop in later. There are a handful of fancy shops kind of tucked away here. This is not Bastion or even like a Water Crown shops. They're still a step below, but some of them have real glass windows, and they're set up in a kind of a nicer area that has, instead of the spluttering bloodworm oil lamps, has electric lamps and that sort of thing. So the walls are not black and sooty. So you come in, and her shop is on a cross section and intersection, and so the shops here have the corners of the intersection sliced off, so you can you're looking at all four kind of front windows. There's nicer shops across the way. Is a lace shop. One of the other corners is like a hotel, like a fancy place for more wealthy people to stay. And there is a lamp and shop, which is buying lamps is a big part of what people do here. You need stuff for the darkness as well, but these are fancier lamps. And then there's the chartery with whatever fancy word it's called, which the door is open.
Cool. Does the lace shop sell shirts?
Yes.
I have a new shirt, and then I will go. And then I will go to the.
No, you don't. When you go in there, the person behind the desk says, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Are you returning something?"
Yes.
Oh, this came from you?
Yep.
Oh. Okay, I'll just open it on the spot. Is there a shirt in it?
Yes, it's one of the shirts.
A brand
from
new
shop.
Lacy shirt with silver accents.
Oh, do I know Dalt? Do I know Dalt gave it to me? I mean, I'll put it on.
It said neon, yeah. It probably said Lacy.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'll put it on, and
what color is it?
And then I'll go, and then I'll.
So the old lady,
it's delightful, right?
Yeah, the lady who does the lacing and does the shop comes over and just checks fit, but her eyesight is extremely poor, so she's like, just checking it all out. But it's all good. She goes, "Yes, it's perfect. You did a good job." He told me it was you, so I knew your size.
Well, obviously, I'll pose in the mirror for a few moments, and then I'll go over to Amber's shop.
Okay, so you go over, and the door is ajar, which is.
I shall go in.
Yep. So you push in, and there are charts.
Oh, head first, like this, tentatively.
There are charts scattered in this room.
Could I have a name? So, are we thinking that the windmill itself is going to be the structure, or is there a ruined fort nearby? What's the?
Yeah, there's some ruined buildings up on. So there's around the place. So you think that you can put some guns up in those ruined buildings and have an excellent kind of firing down or up at the, there are some tricks there because lightning guns have a bit of flex in them, but if you're buying just static guns, you're going to have to get it just right in terms of aiming or have some sort of mechanism. So there's a few kind of tricks. You'll need some coils as well as batteries. Because the batteries that will be there will be sufficient for the guns that they have already, and a bit more. But it'll generate plenty of power to fill all the coils. But you'll need some more. And obviously, it's an establishment. It's a working. The windmill is a working tavern, so you will need to make a deal with the people or do something about them. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go. So is Amber there?
No, there's charts on the floor.
Oh shit. Okay, I'll run in. Look around, look behind the counter.
So you run in, you're clomping in?
Yeah, I think I've got my sword, so I half draw my sword. And,
someone in the back room gasp.
Who's that? Who's there? Amber?
The guy goes, "Captain?"
It's Nat.
"Captain?"
Step out then. Is it a man?
Yeah. So this guy steps out. It's the guy with the lockpicks from Bellicourt's crew. He's like,
when did you find that? Are you breaking in here?
No, the door was open. I'm just looking around. And then he's got
Is that a lie?
No, he's in his hand. He's holding a pair of silver scissors that he's quickly putting behind his back. So he's doing some gentle looting. Would be how you would probably describe what he's up to.
But he didn't break in.
No, he's going. No. The door was ajar and the place was a mess. So I came to see if everyone was okay, and then, it's not on the ship, Captain, right?
Get out.
All right, he puts the scissors on the thing and brushes off.
You can keep those. I don't care. And
Okay.
I'll search the place.
Okay,
but I'm searching for Amber.
Yeah. So she's not here. She's not in the back rooms. And the child says clearly there's been a disturbance. There are spots of blood. Spots of blood in the back room, just a few. There is, there's a pair of scissors with blood on them. Like there's been a struggle, and she's grabbed some scissors and cut someone.
Stab somebody.
Yeah.
Has she got a lover presently, or kids, or anyone?
No, she doesn't have anyone like that you're aware of. Any
of the neighbours notice anything? I'll dash around.
You go to the Lacy across the road.
Yeah.
So remember, the woman there has very poor eyesight.
Short-sighted. There's a lamp shop.
But you know her quite well because she does your shirts. Yeah. So you duck across the Lacy first. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's. You say what happened last night. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'll say something's happened to Amber. The chart shop's been turned over. Do you know anything?
She says, well, after you were with her the other night, and then I assume you came back, and then she was loud. She goes, it wasn't you the second time.
I haven't been to her shop in a long time. We had a drink the other night, but we haven't been together. We haven't been together for some time.
Well, she said you were banging on the door the night before, not tonight, but the night before. Saying,
not me,
open
my
up,
lady.
I need a chart. Yeah, no, it was you. So she's talking about the night before, the night when you left, but the night before when you left and then encountered the Hexspire forces. The night you can't remember?
The night I can't remember.
Remember you said you could work
that
with
night.
a chart in hand.
Oh, I was here?
Yeah, she was shouting you needed a map or something.
But did Amber come to the door?
Yes. And I could just hear one half of the conversation, your half. Anyway, But then later, she was having a conversation. I could only hear her half.
And what did she say?
So this is the later conversation, right? She said,
yes.
What are you doing here? And I assumed it was you.
Well, it could have been, I suppose. Go on.
And then she said, I've done what you've asked, and I don't want any more part of it. And then I think things calmed down. I didn't hear any more.
Okay. Yeah, there's a hex. Okay. I'll thank her, and I'll quickly check before heading back and finding Lily and Dalt. I'll check the other two shops, see if they saw anything or heard anything or know who she was talking to that second time.
Yeah, so if you go to the hostel, there's a guy who opens the door, and there's a glass door. So he's stationed there all day and all night to open the door for people. And
oh, great! So he's a doorman. I shall tip him for any. I shall say, I have a coin in my pocket for anyone who saw a conversation in the early hours of the morning the other day between my good friend Amber and someone who wasn't me, although I was there earlier.
He says, "Yes, I saw you earlier, sir. I remember seeing you."
I was a little drunk, and I'm having problems recalling exactly what happened. But I understand that Amber had a conversation with someone later, and I would dearly like to find them.
Ah, yes, there was a man who came to the shop. He seemed to have a key, although there was some difficulty with it. But he walked in.
You mean he picked the lock, perhaps?
I guess he could have. Yes, possibly. Yes, possibly. Sorry, I didn't even think of that.
How did this man look? What was he wearing?
He had a black coat and a blue hat, blue tricorn hat. That's all I saw of him at the back, of course, because he walked from this direction. That I could just see his back and his side.
Did he leave with Amber?
No, he left, and then he came back. He must have bought an awful lot of charts. He came back with a large case and two men to carry it, and then filled it up with charts and left. It's quite a distinctive case. It was a red case with some brass trimming. Large, very large case.
Which way did he go?
I guess their business went well. He said, towards the lower docks."
I'll give him the coin, and I'll hasten back to find Lily and Dalt and tell them all of that.
Okay.
What hour is this right now?
Seems like that blue hat has been busy.
Yeah, it's
very busy.
4 or 5 in the morning.
Okay. I will.
Sorry.
Just a quick note. I will speak to. Probably to Rose, and I'll ask her to basically make sure that she goes with Isabella, alongside Isabella, and I want to ensure that she's safe, and I don't want her going solo, and I'm probably not gonna have the time to be there with her when she goes flying. Yeah.
Yep, Rose is good with that.
Has Dalt been drinking, or are you sober?
Dalt's always on the same level, I think. Isn't that right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, is he ever sober?
Well, look, let's tell everyone we're leaving in a couple of hours, and you and I search for the blue hat in case he's still in town.
Mm-hmm.
And is Lily searching as well? Is that the plan? All three of you are searching?
I thought Lily had business with the coven.
No,
I have.
You want to?
I've already done.
It's a 2-minute message. It's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the three of us search together then, in case this guy's got a couple of helpers. Search on foot together.
Of performing some recruitment, if we would have the time, but if not,
I feel like time might be short, but if Dalt and I go and look and you recruit for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
The thing, I think Rainsborough's thinking bad stuff's happening here, and this guy's, if he's around, he's obviously gonna kill someone else, want to fuck us up in some other way.
This may be you may be right, and we may be time. So I think you're right, and I will. I'll say this, no, I'm gonna go looking with you, right? Because this seems to be he's already capped 2 of our people. This is not the time to kind of pull our punches. Yeah, you're right.
Dalt would say,
so,
he would jump into probably his favorite brothel. Right, knows the madam quite well, and ask about blue hats.
She goes, no, he's not coming back. I've told him he's not coming back. He's banned for life.
Do you know where he might find a friendlier or a more willing brothel? Any word?
Not you. The blue-hatted guy is banned for life from this brothel.
No, I know. I'm asking if she knows.
Oh, where would you find another one?
Be. Yeah.
I know. I've told all the madams this. He's out. That's it.
If you hear anything, let me know.
I know. I heard he shipped out on the ferry yesterday.
He's gone.
If he does try to come back at some point, I'd love to know. Also, sorry I can't stay tonight. We're out first thing. But you'll see me.
She goes, no worries, dude. Yeah, I mean, it's like 4 a.m. Most of the girls are getting some much deserved rest. Yeah, and men.
No, and men and boys. So if so Lily, you it looks like you've got time to do some recruiting, and I'm just going to go down. I'm going to go to the ferry. I'm going to go down to the ferry and find out who he left with. That's all. Because I think Rainsborough's now thinking, oh, fuck, I've got to find out what happened to Amber, and that's suddenly become more important to him than dealing with Blue Hat. Right? Is she dead?
Right. I'm going to.
You're gonna have to wait a couple of hours unless you want to bang on doors and wake people up.
No. I will be putting up basically like a better kind of inventory, of course, with I forget the names of the characters I came up with. This is insane.
You mean Alice and Rose?
I think Alice. I'm because Alice is my quartermaster, so or at least will be. So essentially, I'm having her tally up. Okay, what have we got? I gave my men some decent money. I want to know if they were able to, let's say, buy some quality swords and quality. I want to know if they were able to buy like guns, like lightning guns, because I would like them to have those.
Yeah, so lightning rifles are expensive items, and they are bulky, but they did buy one of them. Yeah.
Okay.
So Felicity's guys bought one of those, which is, and they bought some gas guns and some cutlasses, better cutlasses, and all that stuff. So they're all better equipped. Yeah, they're properly fully equipped pirates now.
Do they have the gas masks? Does everyone have a gas mask?
So you wanted everyone on the ship to have gas masks. That's not an expensive item. Someone they could, if you told them that you need gas masks, they bought enough for the whole ship.
Okay.
From the money you gave them, because they're not expensive.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Excellent. And you wanted to recruit. Did you want to talk to Marlowe, the engineer?
That's right. I think this may be even more important. So I will talk to him first. The recruitment can wait. So I will go straight to Marlowe as soon as I think he's like at waking up time, or the old man that he is. I think because I figured that he's not young for a good engineer, like quality one.
Yeah.
I'll go over to him.
So he's staying at the fancy hostel next to the Chartery and the Lace thing. So you go in and let people know you're there. It's still quite early, but engineers get up early, so he's having his breakfast. But he comes out and gives you a hug when he sees.
Yep, I hug
Lily.
Say hi. So, how have you been living? How have you been doing? How's it been going?
Yeah, good.
I didn't expect to see you here.
Oh, you don't want your apprentice to travel unprotected, so I thought, who better to protect someone than me? And
That's right.
He's wearing his big. He always wears his big leather apron, and he's got a gas pistol in the side thing, and you know that's that strange one he has that fires 3 shots at the same time. So he's that kind of engineer, you know, inventing and creating. How's the broom going?
So the broom is very good. It has never failed me, but I need to kind of. I've had some ideas about its design. I want 2 things on it. One is I think that it may be more like I want to kind of streamline its design to be able to make a couple more of those, maybe 3. Sorry, I mean like 4 or 5 ish, right? I want them to run on electricity, unless electricity would really lower the output. And last thing, I want some capacity for them to like be sort of like hang in the air when not used, and have like a glove that would summon them.
He goes, wow.
Not all of those at once, obviously, but I've had some ideas, you know.
Yeah, okay. So, well, we should definitely get together and get these ideas sorted. That you know, building the first one was expensive. It's a prototype.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like we would have to. But look, you have me. You have Emma with you. I think that. So I'll say quietly. We're kind of preparing for a little bit of a big action. So obviously we're not going to finish it before that. But I would like you to join me on the Viper Princess. I think that I've got a quality engineer as well. His name is Harriman. If you've maybe encountered him before, but
because Harriman,
a little bit of a
yes, he's an old friend of mine.
Right. I feel like he would be calmer with you at his side, but going to say
old hesitant Harriman.
Right. He's been very anxious. He's a bit of an anxious man, and he doesn't like to drink to calm his anxiety. So don't know how to deal with him. But you know, I think he would be calmer at your side. But what I think what I would like to do is I would like to leave him with you for a few days, and I'm going to leave you with some guard. There's been somebody that's been basically really hunting down people associated with me and with my friend Captain Rainsborough. I will, if you can hire some guards to protect yourself and Harriman, that would be good. If you cannot, I'll assign someone to you. Is that all right with you?
He goes out. I'm not worried. I'm quite relaxed. But if we need to hire
I know
someone,
the man.
we will.
Is he a good fighter?
Yeah. He's pretty good, and he's got he's got all these tricks up his sleeve, like a pistol that fires 3 shots and strange things
then
like
I
that.
will leave Harriman with him, and basically I'll let them like cook with things, maybe work on the design of the new broom. I may even leave Emma with them, because I want all 3 of them working on this, so they can like really kind of get ahead on this while we're. Yeah, I will leave Emma with them. I will, of course, you know, I'll make sure she's all right, and I'll leave all 3 of them to kind of work on this, and I'll bid them secrecy. I don't want anyone knowing that they're working with me, because it will paint a target on them. So I will basically tell them that, like, hey guys, you know, you're my kind of research center, but like keep quiet about associating with me, and I will also ensure that like nobody saw me going in there and stuff like that, right? Like keep it down low. If you need money, just hit me up. We have I can get you something, right?
He reckons you'll need like this. This is big work. If you give him a helium, that'll cover.
I will give him a helium.
And
yeah, I'll give him a helium. Yeah.
So the only problem you've got if you want to leave Emma here is that's Alice's lover, right? So they won't really want to be separated.
Right. Crap. I would need to leave Alice there. Okay, then no, I will keep Emma with me. Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine by me, I guess. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, beautiful. Right. So you organise all that. So you're dropping Harriman off. He's greatly relieved to be off the ship, and Marlowe is hiring a space for a workshop space for them to do experimenting and stuff because they need somewhere that's big enough to fly inside. Potentially.
Right. Of course.
Yeah. Okay. Right. What else are we doing? Oh, Rainsborough, you go to the docks, the lower docks, where the ferry goes?
Oh, yeah, I don't care about banging on doors, waking people up. I just want to know if Blue Hat left with Amber or if she's probably dead.
So you're talking to some of the baggage handlers down there about this distinctive luggage, and they go, oh, yeah, we loaded that. There was a guy with a black coat, and they say he was a sailor. Like, they're definitely he's a sailor, which is like, how do you tell someone is a sailor? And they say, oh, he's had balloons tattooed on his hands.
Did he have two men with him? Two thugs?
Yeah. Like, dodgy guys. We sacked them from loading. They're no good.
And the woman with
no woman, just a heavy case.
How big was the case?
Woman sized?
Yeah, person could fit in it.
Where was he going to?
Oh, the ferry to Bastion.
Okay, I'll give this guy. Is it two baggage handlers?
There's a couple of them. Yeah, they're just.
I'll give him a coin.
Luggage.
I'll give him a coin. I'll give him a coin each, and I think Rainsborough's going to be distracted for a while, worrying about what's happened to Amber. But it's time to get on with the plan, right? So.
All right, so you run into Mason there. He's down at the docks early, getting ready for the next load for Narissa. He's like, "Hey, how's it going, Rainsborough? How did you go? Did you find anything at that spot that you had on the map?"
It was a trap.
It was a trap.
It was a Hexspire trap.
It was not a trap. Oh, it wasn't a trap. Because remember where we got that information from. That's not a trap. It wasn't a trap. It can't have been a trap.
I don't remember very much of that evening.
Remember that the spy that Narissa killed, the Hexspire spy she killed? That's the one who told us about that spot. He said just Rainsborough, and he talked about that spot. That's all he said as he died. Well, and then you were off running to get a chart to put a cross on or something, and we didn't see you again till the next morning.
When we got there was just Santigan, a raven, and two gulls,
and the balloon
over the spot. But they weren't lowering anyone down into the fog. Not for real.
Because So what did you find? Like, what? So what?
Oh yeah.
What were they doing there?
We had no time to find anything.
Yeah. You said it was the greatest. Going to be the greatest treasure ever. You were so excited.
I've been thinking because it's Dalt's fault. The amount I drunk that night.
Yeah, so all that guy said was Rainsborough, right? And he pointed to the spot on Narissa's map, and then all he other said was spring, whatever spring means, right? And then it comes flooding back to you. When you're in Hexspire, of course, and thinking about getting out, you had friends and enemies. There's a dream of finding a fresh helium spring. Helium bubbling from the ground. And if someone found helium bubbling from the ground, woof, the whole Hexspire monopoly comes crashing down.
Change of plans.
Thanks, Mason. I'm starting to recall that evening now. I'll say,
so he doesn't know what spring means. He's got no idea it's helium. He's just got the words. So there was a spy that Narissa killed, and as his dying breath, he said Rainsborough Spring and pointed to that spot on the map. So of course, Narissa came and told Rainsborough about the spy and the pointing at the map and the words he said.
You do spring a trap, though.
You do spring a trap, yes.
I think I'm going to put this one on the back burner because I've got quite a lot going on, not least worrying about Amber and wanting revenge on Santigan. So I'm just going to mention to Mason that Amber is missing.
Mm.
And that if he hears anything, let me know.
Yeah, he sure will. Where can he contact you?
We were close. Just leave word at the haphazard Harlequin.
Yep. All righty. So, you've disembarked your engineer and you're sailing out quickly or waiting till people wake up to do recruitment?
I think I would like to do actual recruitment. I think it would give credence to the rumors we're setting out that I'm actually loping around doing the recruitment rather than doing all the stuff. Actually, before the revenge.
So just on that. So you're saying that you're refitting your ship is the story? You don't need to recruit people to refit a ship. That's the opposite of what you do.
Well, listen, Lily, we're going to the scavenging. What are they called? Whitebread, I'm sorry, scavenging fields?
Yep.
Yeah. We're going to the scavenging fields. We're going to buy some gear there. I reckon you could probably take on some crew there.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine by me. Yeah. Does it sound like there would be some fighting men there?
For sure.
Okay.
Tough people work those sorts of jobs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll leave. So we'll leave. Hopefully, having spread the word amongst some of our men, some of them will have been loose-tongued enough to spread this story anyway. That we're, to mention the windmill, to mention the refit, to mention the fact the flotilla is splitting up, and we'll go. And whilst we're in sight, I know it's going to be dawn or something, but whilst we're in sight of Hag's Knife, we will go through the pantomime of splitting up and then rejoin on the way to the scavenging fields.
Yep, perfect. So also you have a council quickly before you go, and Nedwood stands up and literally just says, "I'm a good man." And there is much acclaim, and he's elected unanimously.
I knew you'd see sense, I'll say to the ship's council, and then I think the smile falls off Rainsborough's face, and he says, "Sooner or later, probably sooner, there's going to be a battle. If any of you have any reason not to sail today, someone who's carrying your child, or you've fallen in love, or you've got a hope of a better life and not a jolly one and a short one with us, now's the time to go ashore."
And Dalt heads for the shore.
Not you, Dalt.
And starts laughing.
That breaks the the moment, like people laugh then, and nobody's concerned. And Ned was like, "Yes, a battle. This is what we're here for, lads."
Okay.
Okay, so a couple of quick things before we get to the scavenging fields. So you make that humorous joke, Dalt, and Chris is not laughing. She's the only one on board who is not laughing. She's just looking at you. Meanwhile, there's some other thing I was going to cover before we leave. Oh, I forgot what it is. We'll have to do it on the way. Okay, so you're heading off and you break up and then come back together. Somebody on your ship, I was going to say something else, but I can't remember. Oh, yes. Okay. So Ballycourt comes and knocks on your cabin with his lock-picking accomplice from last night, from the earlier in the morning. And he says, Captain, my lad here has something to say to you.
Well, you better speak. Unless you want to tell it to the whole council, tell it to me.
Okay. So he produces from his pocket a locket that Amber always wore. And he says, I had this in my pocket, sir, and I didn't realise. I mean, you said I could keep the scissors, so I assumed. But he says, but it's got your picture in it. So I feel like I should...
You're stitching me up, White Bread, aren't you? You're completely stitching me up. Okay.
So he hands you a golden locket.
Okay.
But he's giving you a funny look while he does it as well. Like he's sorry and remorseful and he's trying to be a better person. But he's also kind of like,
yeah.
And then he's look it off.
I'll at some stage I'll make sure he gets an extra bottle of grog or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or there's probably a dusty old cabinet with some bottles in it of stuff which are left over from the previous captain, like before Dalt weirdly lost the ship.
One lost,
and one lost the ship, and I'll pull one of those out, and I'll give him that, and it's not grog, it's something else. It's it's Bastion whiskey or something.
Yeah. So he's very appreciative. And like he feels good for doing the right thing. You're reinforcing the right behaviours. Do you have a look at the locket?
Yeah, maybe not immediately. I drop it in my pocket.
Okay, right. You let me know when you have a look.
Yeah, okay. It's just a kind of, there's a thing where he's like, he's about to open it, and then he just drops it in his pocket.
Nice, beautiful. Okay, so you sail through the morning, and you get to the scavenging fields, and there's a few. There are a few pelicans here, so multi-balloon kind of harness things that they use. They haul things up and whatever. You see Dalt, you see Betsy's one there. She's the captain of one of these. You know her from before. She's a good-natured lady who deals fairly. You're not sure of the others, but you definitely know that Betsy will deal fairly with you.
Cool.
Also tied up at Betsy's scavenging balloon is the Fallen Crown.
Okay. I don't know about you, Seventh and Brian, but I'm happy to kind of elide the scavenging fields, really, if we can just come away with some crew for the Viper Princess. And I mean, I do want some stuff. I want lightning guns and coils, and ideally a technician who is probably so mad and unreliable that no one else will give them a job but Rainsborough will.
Excellent. Okay, so
that's just my feeling about it, because I'd like to get on with the. I'd like to get closer to the.
I have an engineer, by the way.
Would you have told us about what you found at the docks?
I think I would have told. Yeah, I think if anyone was in my cabin on the trip to have a drink or to eat, then I'll say I have a suspicion that Amber is in Bastion.
But more importantly,
and
what about the spring?
Oh no, I'm not mentioning that because that's like El Dorado, right? I'm going to mention that when it's not that he's keeping it as a secret because he wants the wealth for himself. It's just, let's do this, then El Dorado, right? Then riches beyond our wildest dreams. It's just, there's a problem now, right? Which is, it's not this and then riches beyond our wildest dreams. It's this, then we have to find Amber. I mean, I would say I have to find Amber, but I'm going to find some way to convince everyone else that we all need to find Amber. And then it's riches beyond our wildest dreams. Unless something else comes up and, gets in the way, right? The problem with riches beyond our wildest dreams is they'll just crowd all the other stuff out. We got to be realistic about human nature. And he's having this conversation. I think he's having this conversation with Dalt, except Dalt's not in the cabin.
Oh, even better. Would my connection with the ship be able to spy on him?
If you knew how.
Are you trying? Why would you be spying on him? Is there a particular reason?
But if he's having a conversation with me and I'm not there, would he be having a conversation with me?
So you would be up in the rigging or something, I assume.
Yeah. But the connection. Okay. I'm just saying, when he's talking to me, I can hear him. When he's talking in the ship, can I hear him? Would the ship be listening?
So I think the ship is listening, but I think it's too much for the conversation to come up. But you hear the captain say your name.
Okay.
Like you hear this echo, did the captain just say my name?
Mm-hmm.
What?
And maybe I slide down and knock on the door of his cabin.
So you're mid conversation with imaginary Dalt. Dalt turns up.
I'm super surprised, obviously.
Yeah, my ears were ringing.
I was just thinking about you.
Did you need something?
We can probably leave it there, right? It's just a bit spooky.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
Because Dalt would be keen on taking the Wasp and checking out the spring and seeing what the deal is. Maybe doing a little reconnaissance.
Yeah, I'm just not mentioning it to you yet because we've got to do this battle.
The Wasp hasn't got the range, so they got a 2-hour range.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's too small. The coil is too small.
Yeah, totally.
So you could sail it with the wind for as long as you want.
And I already had a plan of stealing or asking and then stealing when she said no, the witch's gas masks flying low, so no one would see me.
So remember, you got enough gas masks for half your crew on every ship. That's a pretty standard safety measure.
I could probably fly this with 2 people, right? Me and
also
Chris.
It's probably a whole session if Dalt wants to sneak on board the Viper Princess because he's going to get himself shot.
Yeah.
Well, I already went over there and delivered a crimson.
What was your
Lacy shirt?
So you delivered a shirt for to on the Viper Princess as well.
Yep.
Did you? Yeah. Okay. So you got a shirt.
So I assume
I would figure that his hands were watched the entire time, and at least
no. I would hit the ship, and I would just be this is specifically for the captain. Put it on her bed. I was told to give this. This is hers, and it says witch on it.
There was a long debate between Letty and Felicity about whether they should open and check it beforehand.
I think it's fine. You can.
No. After you go, they're like, oh. And then so when you arrive to look at it, they tell you this story that they didn't open it, but they can open it if you want them to, but they didn't know what to do.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick up my I have a bit of a long silly sword. I pick it up. I flip the can open with my long sword at a relative distance with what's inside.
Yes, it's a nice shirt, right?
And you'll be surprised because I painstakingly matched it to your sails. The exact same crimson color.
So the shirt is red and it says witch, right?
No, the package says witch. The shirt is really nice. Silver accents, lacy. All captains need a lacy shirt. You're a captain.
Okay.
It's there we go, yeah.
Isabel thinks
Richter
it looks
has
so
one
going
as
to look
well.
great on you.
Yeah. And he got your size very well because he knows women pretty well. He knows your size.
He doesn't know Lily very well, but
no. But he knows a woman's
Isabel thinks
size.
it's going to look great on you and can't wait for you to try it on.
Okay, I'm gonna.
And Richter has one
too. For signs of foul play.
10 lightning guns.
Maybe it's gonna fall apart.
10 lightning guns is what you want. Okay, so the scavenging fields. Let's do the scavenging fields and then we'll do a quick recap and we'll go on. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Betsy's there. She welcomes you. She knows you, Dalt. So she lets you guys tie up. And on the Fallen Crown, you see Captain Byron comes over to say hello.
Oh, excellent. I shall say hello to him.
He's smiling wryly at you because it's weird, because now he's the captain of the ship he was captain of. Which is kind of a bit amusing and funny. Yeah, it's the swings and roundabouts.
Yeah.
Captain of piracy. So he makes a show of saying, like, loudly, that if you come at his ship again, he will fire all cannons on you. But that's for show. That's for the people eavesdropping, not for you. He explains to you quietly the deal, that he's a dove now, that he's working for Captain Francis, and the Fallen Crown is her ship.
Francis, okay, yeah, okay, yeah. I'll shake his hand. I'll say, "Understood, Captain," and I'll offer him my hand and take my hat off.
Yeah.
Bow.
Yeah. Okay. So everything seems good. Is anyone else looking at the Fallen Crown? Nope.
Something changed about it?
No, not particularly.
Something changed about the Fallen Crown?
Right.
Nope. Looks the same. It's important that it looks the same, so it looks the same.
Okay.
Zero chance Dalt would notice any of that.
Suspicious game master behaviour.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so he says, okay, sorry, I was just wondering if anyone was paying any attention. Let me not be suspicious. He invites you on to his ship for a drink, but really, he's saying, "Come on and check. I have no cargo today. There's nothing for you to steal." But that's the eavesdropping words, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
So you go on for a drink?
Absolutely.
You're going on for a drink? Yep. So that's three of you?
No. I'm
and Richard
down. Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we'll take Richard.
And are you starting to talk to Betsy or something? Are you? And the crew?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. About the recruitment. Yeah.
All right. So let's do the Fallen Crown real quick. So you come on board the ship, and okay. So everything's good, and he shows you the hold, Captain. And in the hold, there is not nothing. There are 6 strong boxes, and each strong box has a red handprint on it, and it's the 2 long fingers in the middle and the 2 short fingers of the quartermaster of Captain Francis's ship, and his name is Loft. The hunchback Loft has put his individual handprints on this. Remember that quartermaster is responsible for lift and load, and so this is load, and he has put a red handprint on each of these. And that means if you steal this, you answer to Captain Francis and Loft. Like, this is personal thing to Because he says, I have new masters now, and they have views on stealing from them. So,
well, I mean, Francis is a pirate, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Well, we are of the same brotherhood, Byron. Understood.
You guys, yeah. No worries. So, are you anyone having a close look at these things?
Oh, I am. I'm like lifting it up. I'm trying to take a peek in.
Oh, it's padlocked.
See what it'll do.
Padlocked. It's padlocked, and there's 6 of them. But you do notice as you kind of peek over at the padlock that there's like letters stacked to all of these as well with names on them, and the one closest to you says Narissa on it. Okay, as you go and have a drink, and as you're leaving the ship, there's a crew member skulking around that you notice, Dalt, because you're being observant, as usual. And you recognise that, although he's keeping his hat low, it is Driscoll, former captain of the Driscoll 7, the
working for Byron.
of Richter, working for Byron.
And Dalt would say, "Pistol." Former Captain Pistol.
He looks up at you and he goes, "What is it, sir?" in a very terrible accent.
What are you skulking about for?
Oh, sir, I'm doing nothing. I'm a hard-working lad.
Oh. So I suppose if I ask the captain, you'll say the same to him?
Yeah. Oh, yes, I'm sure he will, sir.
And I would say, I wouldn't say Lacy, I'd say, Captain, oh, look at our old friend here.
I mean, the point is, I guess we're standing with Richard because I just made a point of inviting him for this drink.
You sure did. Richard turns around and he has a scowl on his face. And then Byron, because Byron's with you, right?
Friends.
Byron's with you, so Byron's looking over and going, "What's the problem?"
This is Captain Driscoll, Captain Byron. Do you not know him by reputation? He's not an ordinary sailor.
He says, "No, crew member Driscoll is performing his duties of navigation, which he does to great esteem. And finding crews out here is not as easy. Finding competent navigators out here is not as easy as you would think."
I turn to Dalt and Richard, and I say, "Mr. Dalt, Captain Richard, we are on board Captain Byron's ship. We should leave and respect the peace of his decks. But you know, Captain Byron, that crewman Driscoll here has a history, and should we meet him in any tavern, in any street, in any town, he may not be coming back to work the next day."
He says it is
also, don't let him be your cook, because hopefully he's way better at navigation.
So he says, no, I have an arrangement with crew member Driscoll. He is traveling to Bastion. He is working his way to Bastion, and then he'll be leaving the ship. And of course, we all know that taverns and whatnot are open ground for any actions that are not part of the ship. So he's going basically. I don't care if you kill this guy. It's up to you.
Yeah. You're no pirate, Driscoll, and we'll leave, I guess.
Yeah, Richard is fuming, but walks off with him. Okay, so Betsy, you've been talking to Betsy. She's admiring. Are you wearing a new shirt?
No, I think for now, this is that shirt is a very good disguise, I think. And
so you're saving it.
Maybe I'm saving it for when I go to a ball or something like that, or when I go on a date with Isabel. I think but I will examine it very thoroughly to ensure it's not some kind of a meme, it's kind of a joke, that it's not gonna like fall apart on me when I run around.
I love the trust.
Oh,
it's awesome.
Okay,
so
Dalt would definitely mention, like, if he sees you not wearing it, it's like, a captain needs a Lacy shirt. Just saying, and walks away.
I'll say, I'm saving it.
Very good. It's your
That's
shirt.
that's all I'm saying. Yep.
And
Okay,
he would tip his cap and be like, just, and walk away.
all right. So Betsy, you're talking to Betsy, Lily, and she has got they have an open thing here. Any scavenger who wants to jump on a ship is open. They just need to let her know and whatever. So there's a few. Let me just see how many. So there are 6 interested scavengers who have some pirating experience, who look decent enough to kind of prop up Felicity's crew. They're a bit more experienced in combat, have a few scars and that sort of thing. They're not particularly well armed. They've fallen on hard times, which is why they're scavenging. But if you spread the weapons that the crew had just bought out, you'd be, it'd still be quite well armed.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do, I think. 6 is a good number. I believe did Rainsborough need any more men, or the other ships?
We're good, I think, with Ballycourt's Bounders. That balances us quite nicely, I think.
Okay, that's good for me then. I'll just have these men. Do they have a leader, or are they just like those troopers?
No, it's their leader is Owen, and he's an ex-gunner, and the others are, just general sailors, skirmishers.
Okay, then I'm going to basically like arm them, and I will speak with this man Owen, share a drink with him, kind of try to gauge what kind of man he is, and like inform him, Alice is the quartermaster and that kind of deal. In my absence, listen to Alice. If Alice is out, then listen to Felicity. So.
Yep, he's quite comfortable with that. These guys are coming from a virtual poverty job to something which has a real chance of riches, so they're very open to.
I'll tell them that like you're in it for some tough things, but I'll make sure that everyone pulls through, right?
Mm-hmm. All right. So guns. So Betsy says that they mostly leave the lightning cannons on the ground unless they're really high quality. But there's a bunch down there that they've kind of stacked together that they could crane up for you if you want to go down, grab a mask and go down and check them out.
Awesome.
You really need a year for that to work out if they're any good, because surface rust versus functional rust is hard to tell. Or a gunner.
Okay. We'll take a. Well, unless there's an engineer around who fancies hiring on, because we're gonna have to rig these up. Yeah. Oh, I thought you'd left them in. No,
I picked up
on Hack's Knife.
I have the apprentice of the man who built my broom, and she's very skilled, and she's not a flake like Hammond, or like Harriman. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. Well, so I think Rainsborough's thinking it would be handy to have someone else and someone on the Revenge. Anyway, but I'm quite happy for the apprentice to come down if there is anyone else. In this, I guess this is a place where you'll find technicians and engineers, right?
Yeah. If you put an engineer on the Revenge, they will immediately go, "Why is the engineering section bolted shut?"
Safety, security, obviously. Come
Who
on.
is running
Yeah,
the Jacob's ladder?
it's a really good point. But really, I only need them. Really, they can be on the Echo. I only really need them to come to the windmill to rig up these guns and the coils and to be the loud bang that accompanies the ambush.
Yeah. So
So
she's got a couple of engineers, and one of them, Imogen, is interested, but wants some kind of upfront cash.
okay,
But should be interested.
yeah, okay. Well, that's fine. I shall offer Imogen a share and give her some upfront cash.
Yeah.
And
So
then I shall. Sorry, go on.
You're going to put her on the Echo.
Well, I think initially, not thinking about it, I will bring her on board the Revenge. But primarily what I want her to do is to get 10 of, and I don't care if they're antiques, but 10 of the heaviest punching lightning guns that she can get a hold of. And they only need to be good enough for a volley or two.
Mm-hmm.
So they've got to pack a hell of a punch, but not over an extended period of time. They're to cripple a raven in one or two volleys.
Yeah.
And you've got to get them serviceable, and you've got to rig them up, and you've got to make sure the angle of whatever it's called in artillery is right, for them to be fixed batteries onshore to get so that they can't remember what it's called, so that they can be angled down or up enough to hit the target.
Yep. So, so she starts going to work on that. Meanwhile, Letty has spied 2 long-range lightning guns that she's got her eye on, and she's come over to you to Lily going, long range, those guns have a better range than what we've got. Putting to a couple of very fancy cannons that are already hauled up.
That's to you, Lily.
You're muted, Stem.
Oh, sorry. Okay. If it comes to, I'm sorry. Can you repeat the last sentence?
Yeah.
I was a little bit out of it.
Yeah. So long range Letty, your gunner, has seen a couple of long range cannons on the deck available for sale, and she's saying that's a better range. That's a good investment. We could side mount them or prow and rear mount them. Drop one of our guns off to the Revenge. Give them 8, and we would have a better capability.
Okay. How much would it cost? What's the money on this?
So she's going to be about 1.5 helium each. Is her estimate of the price. So it's about 3 helium.
Okay. So 3 helium. That would actually nuke my other important things for me. Even if I ask Rainsborough to get the money out of the bank, I'm going to tell her that right now we don't have the kind of money to afford it easily. Okay. I think I
gave.
Yeah, you got 4.
I gave you 3.
Yeah,
I gave you 3. Rich has got 3, and I've got 4. But I think most of that 7's going to be taken up with these 10 guns and the coil.
That's true.
Or coils.
I'm going to ask Rainsborough if he would be willing to buy one of my guns off of me for a helium.
How much? So I want to get the 10 guns and the coil and have paid Imogen in advance, and I've only got 7 if I'm counting Rich's money in with me.
Yeah, these guns.
Why I'm thinking that.
Yeah, these guns aren't that expensive because they're not very good quality. So the ones
Yeah.
Imogen picks out, Betsy's giving you 2 helium for the lot, for the 10. And then the coil,
Okay.
she's doing 1 for 1. You need 2 coils because you want 2 batteries. Is that right?
Okay.
Yeah. So she's giving you 2 coils for 3 helium.
So
that's a total of 5 helium.
5 in all. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So are you a helium down then, Lily? Do you need an extra helium?
I don't necessarily need charity. I basically want to sell one of my coil guns, and I feel like it would be better if I sold it to you rather than to the other, rather than to the shipyard. And I do need the money because I have a lot of projects going, and
well,
I want.
There is.
So first thing, long story short, the first things first, that I'm gonna need, like, I will immediately blow the 3 helium on better guns that Letty wants for my ship. So
Yeah,
and I will
there
need
is no
to get rid of one of my basic guns anyway. So in order to fit those better guns. So yeah, that's why I'm offering.
I think there's a kind of a glazed look comes over Rainsborough's face as Lily talks about the technical side of things, and he says, and then he returns to the thing that was the sticking point in what she said, and he says, "There is no charity between us and our brotherhood, and I would rather sail with an empty chest." And so I give Lily the helium, which leaves Richer with 1 because I won't take Richer's last helium, and me with an empty chest.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't want your gun.
Well, it would be better if you had it though, because I don't want to sell it to the other. I don't want to just sell it to the shipyard. Like, I'm not that poor. I'll be fine, right? So
this is just a mutual thing where
you're
giving Lily the money and Lily's giving you the gun. It's all about brotherhood, whatever. It's not a transaction. It's just a thing that's happening.
Okay. Rainsborough says, kind of shakes his head, maybe looks at Dalt and like, yeah, well, put it with the other 10, and yeah.
Right.
So you could fit another cannon on your ship, which is probably a better thing to do. So yeah, you can decide if you want 1 forward, 1 rear, and 3 on the sides, or you want 4 on each side for a better broadside.
So we've already got a bow gun on the Revenge. We'll have a bow gun on the Echo.
Yeah, totally.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Excellent. Okay, so yes, you load all that stuff up. I forgot. I haven't got the name of your engineer down. Is it Emma? Emma.
My engineer is Emma. That's right.
Yeah. So she says if we're trying to take a ship and we don't care if the ship survives, we want to fire through its balloon, right?
I know about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So what we want then is we want a big piece of steel to put somewhere that we can fire through towards from the guns through a balloon. Yeah. So she's suggesting you buy an old squawk box mast that's there, tall kind of piece of steel, and that would be perfect. We can chuck that on somewhere, and then the guns could.
Is it expensive, or we can just get it for like whatever price?
It's not expensive. No, it's basically scrap iron.
I would like to check how much for squawk boxes actually, because we kind of need comms.
Yep. What did I put the price on a squawk box?
Right.
There's some prices here somewhere. I think it's about a helium. It's about a helium for a squawk box. So they get an old Avert 1 plus the mast thrown in for free.
Okay.
We need 3 though. We need 3. So
we need 3.
There's no point having 1. Yeah. Let's do it next time. We'll get by with luck and signals.
That's right. I will ensure that everyone has like multiple flares for various like situations. Like one would be white, one would be red, etc. I want to know what's going on our ships. So, yep.
Excellent. Okay, so you collect all the things you need, and they throw the mast in. Betsy throws the mast in on the condition that next time you come back, you shop with her again.
Yeah, no worries at all, Betsy. We will tell Betsy the tale of the refitting of the Echo and the Viper Princess in different docks, and that I'm having to lay low in a little harbour I know down by the windmill. But we'll be good to go soon when the heat dies down, and we'll be back.
Okay, excellent. All right, so you guys sail off. Okay, so I think we'll draw a line there to reflections real quick, and we'll sail on. I don't think you guys rolled a dice tonight, did you?
Nope.
You had one of those episodes.
Right.
Lots of prep.
Yeah. That was good fun. I enjoyed it, but yeah.
Cool.
You set up loads of stuff. I don't know how many sessions you've got in mind, Whitebread, but there's loads of things to unpack.
Yeah, man.
Well, we always say the game finishes when it finishes, right?
Yeah.
So it could be that, fighting the if your trap works, then maybe that's the end. Who knows?
Well, I mean, I've got a love story now.
Mm-hmm. There's 2 love stories going on.
That's right.
Yeah, there is.
Love stories going.
Yep.
And a treasure map.
I used quite a lot of oracles tonight, so
I bet.
Yeah. I suspect that Chris is very much actually in love with Dalt, right? So maybe there's 3 love stories going.
Maybe, who knows?
Yeah, there's a little bit of friction there, suggestive of something. I think attraction. I think,
especially if you didn't know the ship connection, you would absolutely 100% think that. But maybe it's
yeah. Rainsborough's convinced, right? Rainsborough's selecting Rainsborough's selecting his cravat for the wedding, right?
All right.
Maybe those Lacy shirts were wedding shirts. Who knows?
That's the special occasion Lily's saying it for.
Exactly.
All right, let's do.
The witch would not be invited.
All right, let's go through names. Who are we starting with? Let's start with the captain. There was definitely some exploration here of the captain. What happened to the captain at first, and then we'll talk names.
Well, he had to do a bit of captaining to incorporate Ballycourt's bounders, and so I think that all came under pirate captain. I think the plan is a really dangerous and risky plan, and the picture I have of Rainsborough is that he rides his luck a lot, and so the whole buy all these old lightning guns, buy the old coils, we'll fix them up thing is kind of the same as, I don't really care who the engineer is. I don't do interviews. I don't really care about, he just ride his luck. Like, you look like a good person. Come with us. But I think the most important thing that happened tonight was discovering that he still cares about Amber, because I'd set out to use her. And then I discovered actually that she had been under pressure, and then I'd have killed or kidnapped, and then the locket came back. And in that moment of, oh God, she's got a locket with my picture in, he was like, oh, I've totally misread this whole situation. So I think that was probably the most interesting thing to happen to him tonight. Despite the fact he kind of I was kind of looking for a fight for him to get involved in on shore, and that didn't materialize. I didn't get a chance to lean into the whole turncoat thing very much, but again, I think meeting this blue hat agent might bring that up. And I did use Talker.
For sure.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Right.
So is there a name there we're thinking?
No, I don't think so yet. I mean, I think there's a thing about the whole spring thing, which I love, which is that's the other thing I found out about him, which is that he's got his priorities. He's totally aware of the fact that this would take everyone's attention away from. I mean, maybe he's a little bit manipulative, right, of other people. Because he's not telling them about this big thing. Like the really big thing is potentially this helium spring. But he wants to do the things that he's decided to do, and knows that Amber is probably suddenly moving towards the top of the list, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think anything. Not until he actually explores those. I don't think there's a name there, right? I don't think so. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. I don't think any of us got a name tonight.
Right.
We got more depth on everyone though, but yeah.
Yeah.
And
I think we did, right? Because we definitely, let's look at Lily, right? There were a couple of really big things in Lily's life, right? The people that she'd been reached out, she'd been setting up for years to take action, have suddenly arrived. That's a pretty big deal.
I think I would say hear me out. It's a name for the next session because I'm going to get it via Dark Secret, and I'm going to get it.
Nice.
I have an idea for a Dark Secret. Go on.
I would say Lily was just leaning into Dashing Rogue, right? Like until we see otherwise. There was a hint of it.
Sort of, yeah.
I had assumed that was a coven coming together, like a coven of practitioners coming together.
Yeah.
I think coven is the right word.
I think coven is a good word, and I think I think you can coven, and then you can Dark Secret and change names, right?
Right.
I would add the coven. This is a big deal.
Okay. If you feel like this is important,
sure.
I guess out of like personal things, I feel like Lily's like looking at Isabel and she's thinking, damn, maybe this one is gonna work out, like this is if we come alive both out of this is gonna work out. She's telling herself this, but how it goes how it goes sometimes,
Yeah.
So
this is tied into Heartbreaker for sure, right? Because
that's true. Yeah. I think that she wants to be rid of this name in a way, but she's laboring toward it. But it's gonna be up to fate how it ends up, Yeah. So I have added the Coven name, although I'm not quite convinced that it would be a name yet, because there is a name brewing that's way different than this, but I think I'm okay with it.
Yeah, you can have an intermediate name like a new Coven or whatever. Yeah, Coven. Yeah, so you've got something which is about there's a thing that's changing in your life, and it's these people
that's true.
Because I feel like Lily has been, apart from Dalt and Rainsborough, Lily is kind of a loner, but suddenly not a loner anymore.
That's right.
There's Isabel, and there's the people you've been setting up.
Hammond. A lot of people from my past have been kind of coming together into this endeavor, and it's sort of like I'm yet again becoming like this maybe not yet again, but like I'm kind of becoming a bit more of a social person, kind of more drawn into cooperation. So I guess New Coven is
Yeah, because
maybe a good
it can
name.
always change, can't it? It can always change
Yeah,
if
that's
you're,
right. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Right. What about Dalt? There's some good stuff tonight.
Yeah, it's fun.
Chris
I didn't see a name in there.
Chris slapped you. That was interesting.
That is
interesting.
That was interesting.
I like the idea
Generous.
of discovering the ship connection, just through play and like as it goes, just naturally. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think he's generous. He's a gift giver, right?
He did. He gave gifts again.
It's true. I feel like that's linchpin.
It's true.
Yeah.
Kind of glue guy, like whatever.
And you could all
go on. Go on.
No, you go on. I was just going to say about the moment where he nipped into his favorite establishment of ill repute. That again, that's he's definitely a kind of an understated social character, isn't he? Like Rainsborough's overstated and Dalt's understated, but Dalt kind of goes and talks to someone, and as you say, Brian, he kind of glues things together.
Well, and that's a little bit of like, I feel like fiddle player insinuates musician, insinuates carouser.
Okay.
So
yeah, I was feeling like, I feel like you're slowly like heading down the carouser route, not just fiddler, like in a way that's not just contained by fiddler. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is like you're slowly going down the full on like I'm the guy in a way, right? Like
that might be
you
a
go
better
to a
name.
random establishment.
Yeah, than fiddler, because like last time, big on that is basically carousing is basically right, like spreading the name, marketing. Yes, I don't mind changing that.
Yeah, but I mean, Seventh's right to a certain extent, because I think tonight you were like, I think Rainsborough asked if you were drunk or if you'd been drinking, and we realised it didn't matter because he's just on a level. So he is like a carouser. So if he was a traveller character, he would definitely have Carouse 3 or something like that, wouldn't he? He would be. He would be the guy. He would be he'd be the face man in a way, but not like in an overstated way like Rainsborough's, but in a, make the connection, find the person.
Changing fiddler to carouser because I'm doing more carousing than fiddling.
Yeah, just before we do that though, there's another thing. So remember when Rainsborough leaned in and whispered to you, about not getting yourself killed, and then Chris slapped you for a similar thing. There's something really risk-taking in the way you behave as well. That's beyond the curve.
Well, that's how he got the ship, right? By Is there a self-destructive thing in
for
Dalt?
Sure.
Like a
but he drinks.
I mean, he doesn't care.
We established that he's constantly drunk and he's this level of.
I mean, for sure.
But
so
he's still,
he doesn't. He doesn't care, but he does care, right? Because he gives gifts to people.
I care about the people I interact with. I don't care about my own safety at all. Like, but it's kind of, I'm playing all my names dedicated, right? Like that's the dedication, right? Like I am more of a carouser than a fiddle player, so that's fine.
Reckless?
Like, reckless.
Are you reckless?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
I think that's the one.
I also wanted to take the Wasp and go see what the X was. That's fine. I would totally do that.
So is it reckless or it's like he's embracing the dangers of life, or I'll go. What's going on with the X? Like
Death Wish.
Rigor is up in the right. Like it's a dangerous job. Like there's just no. It doesn't matter to him at all, right? Like I feel like he was almost surprised by Chris's slap because he's like, I do this all the time. Why is it different now? Right? Like,
yeah, and the point she was making is it's different because will the ship fall out of the sky?
well, and he hadn't considered that.
And kill
and now he's
everybody
thinking
else.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good question.
That does make. But if he's think,
I wrote down in my notes like, well, there's no way for me to test it. I can't do anything about it. I can just assume it'll be fine, which is what he does every day. I just assume I'll be okay.
Yeah,
I think he's reckless, but I think maybe reckless doesn't say enough about him being self-destructive. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah, what do we think for a name for now? What do we think for now? Is there a name to it?
I would say change Fiddler to Carouser. I think that's the biggest, the most like central change, and let the recklessness kind of stew. Let it kind of stew. See how well it sticks. Yeah.
Yep. Perfect. All right.
Okay.
Thank you. That was.
Thank you, Whitebread. That was awesome fun. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Seventh. Thanks, Brian.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Thank you all.
Catch you next time.
Playing.
Yeah.
Thanks for running. Right.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm off to bed.
See you later.
I'll
Yeah,
start.
I bet.
Yeah.